Help! Help! Help!
Chima screamed in pain, looking at his manhood as it grew longer. The village watched in disbelief. Before that day, that changed everything for Chima. Chima was a freeborn of Ogoja village, who lived in the city for so many years. He has just returned to visit his parents, and he wanted to help his people by drilling a borehole in his community. But no one has ever dug a well or borehole in this community. It was a taboo for anyone who tried to dig a well, and the rule was passed through generations, and no one knew why. Many of the villagers will walk miles away in search of water. As the community grew bigger, the water scarcity increased. They would leave early in the morning before the first cock crow to get water from the stream. Some villagers who arrived late will meet the stream dry. They will stand quietly, staring at the cracked earth where water once flowed, their buckets empty, their throats dry. Some will sit on stones and wait, hoping the stream will pity them and release a little water again. Others will turn back in anger, dragging their feet as the sun begins to rise, knowing they will return home with nothing. Every household planned its day around water. Cooking depended on it. Bathing depended on it. Children learned early that water was not something to waste. A single cup spilled on the ground could cause quarrels. Mothers scolded. Fathers frowned. Everyone counted every drop. The women suffered the most. They balanced heavy jerrycans on their heads, babies tied to their backs, walking barefoot on rough paths. Their legs ached, their waists burned, but they walked on. Some mornings, you would see tears rolling down their cheeks, not from pain alone, but from exhaustion and hopelessness. Yet, no one complained loudly. Complaints did not bring water. Children followed their mothers to the stream instead of going to school early. Some missed classes entirely. By the time they returned, tired and dusty, lessons were already over. Teachers scolded them, but what explanation could be greater than thirst? At night, the elders gathered in small groups, sitting on wooden benches under old trees. They talked about the past, when the stream flowed freely, when the community was smaller, when water did not decide who would eat and who would not. Some blamed the ancestors. Some blamed the younger generation. Some said the land was angry, but no one dug a well. Fear lived in their hearts. Some said digging deep into the ground would invite strange things. Others said the soil was cursed. A few said it was too expensive, that the community had no strength for such a task. So they continued walking miles, day after day, year after year. During the dry season, the suffering doubled. The sun burned hotter. The stream shrank faster. People fought at the water's edge. Old friends became enemies. Buckets were hidden. Turns were broken. Shouts filled the air before dawn. Sometimes, someone would return home with a broken bucket. Sometimes with bruises. Sometimes with nothing but anger. Illness followed closely. Children fell sick. Elders grew weaker. Without enough water, wounds refused to heal. Food was poorly cooked, and bodies remained dirty. The small clinic in the next village was far, and even there, water was not always available. Some people whispered that the community was slowly dying. Still, no one dug a well. Some villagers began to wake even earlier, when the night was still thick and the moon had not set. They walked in fear of snakes, fear of falling, fear of unseen things in the bush, yet thirst pushed them forward. The stream became thinner, weaker, like it were tired too, and the village waited day after day, trapped between hope and suffering, still walking, still thirsty, still believing that somehow tomorrow might be different. Until one day, Chima, the son of Chief Okeke, returned to the village after 20 years. His arrival was quiet. No drums were beaten, no songs were sung. He walked into the village at noon when the sun was high and the dust clung to the air. People first noticed the strange car parked near the old Iroko tree. Children gathered around it in curiosity, touching its shiny body, whispering among themselves. When Chima stepped out, some elders squinted their eyes, trying to recognize the face before them. He had grown taller, broader. His skin was darker from years under another sun. His clothes looked foreign, clean, untouched by village dust. For a long moment, no one spoke. Then murmurs began. Is that Chief Okeke's son? After all these years? What brought him back now? Chima looked around slowly. The village he left as a young man no longer looked the same. Houses had increased, paths had widened, but the faces looked tired, too tired. He noticed the empty containers by doorsteps, the cracked pots, the children licking dry lips. He felt something tighten in his chest. His father's compound stood where it always had, older now, quieter. The walls had faded, and the roof sagged slightly. Chief Okeke was not outside, as he used to be, sitting proudly on his wooden chair. Instead, an old man lay under the shade, breathing slowly, his eyes half closed. When Chief Okeke heard Chima's voice, he struggled to sit up. His hands trembled as he reached out. The villagers watched from a distance, pretending not to look, but listening to every sound. That evening, the news spread like harmattan fire. Chima had returned. People gathered in small groups, whispering questions into the night. Some wondered if he had come to stay. Some wondered if he had returned because of his father's illness. Others wondered if his return meant change, though they were afraid to say it aloud.